everybody. Welcome to the middle of nowhere on day 5 of our New Mexico escape. We started out the day at about 7,000 feet in wet alpine forest conditions, and very soon and for the rest of the day we were in lowland, dry desert, which is where I'm standing right now. So we got an early start. We left our campground at Cloudcroft pretty early. We got out about like 7 a.m., which is good for us. We headed south down through the Sacramento Mountains, past several places of interest, and then the road ended. Well, it sort of ended. It ended on the general highway maps, but I have atlases. I know every little road there is out here, at least as far as the atlas goes. They cover a lot. But even I got confused a bit. I actually had to ask the local, okay, which one of these 5 roads that kind of go this way do I need to be on? And they pointed us to the correct one. And as we went down, the road did get worse. We actually had to sort of section for about 5-7 miles, had to creep along at about 10 miles an hour. And that dropped us down to the desert floor, where we turned right towards Oregande. Now, I thought this was a state highway. It wasn't. And I have to tell you about state highways in New Mexico is just because it's a state highway in New Mexico doesn't mean it's paved. As we found out. But it's actually a county road. And it was about 50 miles of desert driving across improved but unpaved rough road. Now this crosses a whole bunch of military land. And there are a few signs that say, keep out, danger, etc. Well, we drove for quite a bit of while and came to a road junction, and right in the middle of the road junction was a full-size pickup truck with military police on it blocking the road. And it's like, uh-oh. Got out, talked to the officer, and it was like, found out they were missile testing. Yeah, literally live missiles, you know, like 50 feet long, that fly in the air and go boom. Yeah, those. So it was like, no. Don't make us drive 100 miles backwards and out of our way, because I don't even have the gas for it. But after talking with him and sorting out where we wanted to go and where we couldn't go, he said, no problem. Just stay on the main road, you're good. So that's what we did. Got to the other side, to the highway, and there was 3 more military police vehicles. Of course, we were leaving, and they were preventing people from coming in. So, was it hard to pass that checkpoint? Rolled into Oregande right at noontime. Found the only bar grill in town, and beautiful old local place run by semi-retired couple who were the only people in the place. Oh, menu. You want to know how many menu items they had for lunch? 1. It was pulled pork barbecue. And it was actually smoked by this couple who owned and ran the bar. And it was really good. We drifted down to the rest of Oregon, which is all 3 blocks long, and along the main highway, and checked out the RV park. There's a video on that. We then gassed up at the one gas station and tried to get reservations for a campsite tonight. But, oh man, it's trying to navigate the Park Service, the State Park Service webpage is difficult at best. And the information we got wasn't good. It's Saturday night. Everything was booked. So, and because of the lockdown, a lot of the camping is either reservation only or closed. But we made some calls, and they told us that in 2 places further north that we could camp. And the neat thing about it is that we could camp just on the undeveloped section, but we could drive the half-mile and use the modern flush toilets and the showers in a different part of the state park. I was really happy to hear about this because I really thought that we were going to have to boondock with absolutely nothing miles from a town. So, with that settled, we drove north to Camcorder. We skipped the town itself. There's really not, it's kind of late and just wasn't anything that really piqued our interest, so that we could go to White Sands National Monument. And there's a video on that too. But I have to tell you, wow. It just had rained a little and all the cars were leaving. So we had a relatively empty park, and oh, it was really dramatic. You gotta get in there 5 miles or so before it really goes to completely white without vegetation. It's just wild and out of the world sort of thing. And very rare in most places. And believe it or not, the roads in that section are literally on sand. Now, it's packed sand, but it's sand. And sand is probably about the worst thing you can drive on. But they had it so packed that you could run an RV motorhome across it. And it was really dramatic because we were getting rain showers like here, here, and here. And the mountains in the background. So you have black, blue, and white. And it just, the play of all of these elements together just really, it was just like something out of one of those art books that you lay on the coffee table. And we got to see it and go, wow. From there, we drove south to La Cruces, thought we had a tire going flat. I was like going, oh no, oh no, no, stressing out. Got, finally, and there was no place to pull over. Finally, after 40 miles, we were actually able to get off at an exit and stop and check the tires, and they were perfectly fine. I'd rather my partner be wrong and have the tire okay than not say anything and then have a problem, because if you catch a tire going flat before it goes flat, you can fix it. You wait till it goes flat and then even run on it, you're in a lot more trouble. So by the time we got to La Cruces, it was 6 o'clock. La Cruces is one of those places that's still suffering hard under the lockdown. All the restaurants are drive-in and no dining room. So had to come up with a solution real quick. So we hit KFC and an Albertsons and put those two together. Luckily, they're pretty close to each other. And then about 2 blocks away was this nice city park with sun shelters and picnic benches. And that's where we ate dinner. And then we hustled up here to Caballos Lake State Park and tuned in to the night video to see this great experience. Anyways, this is Danusa from the middle of nowhere. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.